Hello and welcome to Better Than Let's Play Episode 1. I'm Enigmius, and we're starting a brand new map. Very exciting. I always like to start a new map, start a new series. We're using the Feed the Beast Unleashed pack with Soartex Fanver textures. See here, we ended up in a moors biome, which is kind of an interesting biome. We'll talk about that in a little bit. There's only so much that you can talk about when you're starting a brand new world. You punch the wood, you make the tools, you gather the cobblestone, you make the chest, you make the furnace, you make yourself a little hut to keep you safe through the night, and ideally gather a little bit of food so you don't starve to death. And then after that is when things start to get a little bit interesting. So while I'm building my little hut, is a good time to talk about this series as a whole. First of all, why am I calling it Better Than a Let's Play? Because a Let's Play typically means a person sits down and starts playing a game and they record it with commentary and then they encode it and they upload it to YouTube and say, hey guys, watch my Let's Play. And the difficulty that I have with a lot of those is that there are a lot of things in a game like this, in any game actually, that are not really all that interesting to watch. I can spend 10 minutes sorting my inventory and looking for ingredients for the thing that I'm going to craft. It's interesting and entertaining to me as I'm doing it because I'm involved in the process, but for someone watching it, they're probably kind of getting a little bit antsy by about the 60-second mark. There's also a lot of things that a person can do that are interesting conceptually that a person might want to watch, but they just take too long. So between editing out things that aren't really that interesting at all and accelerating things like building that are interesting, but only if you can kind of get through the process a little bit faster, hopefully this will be better than a Let's Play. So a little bit informative, a little bit tutorial instructional, and a whole lot of fun is the idea. And as I'm explaining this, I'm chopping wood. Why? Why am I chopping wood? Well, one of the features of this moors biome, and I don't know if it's exclusive to the moors, but it's these black trees with no leaves, and they're dead trees. Now, when I first spawned in this world and I looked around, all I saw was wood, and I thought, hey, for getting started, that's a lot of wood, that'll be fine. I didn't realize that you can't make planks with the logs that you get from the dead trees. You can make anything that requires logs except planks. So charcoal is a good candidate. There were some other things that I was able to make. I don't even remember what they are now. Largely a little bit more difficult than I thought to find the wood that I was going to need, but we got it done. We got started. Live and learn is really all I can say. Now, the whole idea with this series really is going to be about as much the building as it is about the machines. The nice thing about building is you can build things that are very large and very interesting, and they don't tax the game as much as mega builds involving lots and lots of machines. That's not to say that we're not going to be doing any kind of mega build, but it is to say that by focusing more on the builds and doing, more complex, intricate builds, maybe the series will last a little bit longer. So that's the goal. That's what we're starting with. And with that in mind, we're doing a little bit of double duty here. I'll let you watch. This is the process of doing two things that I like to do at the beginning of the game. First of all, digging that mine shaft down to bedrock so that I have access to all the goodies that I can find at any layer whenever I want to go down and do some mining. And also, we're actually excavating the interior perimeter of the first tower of our mega complex that's going to be our central structure. So we've got it cleared out, and now we're just kind of building down in sort of the staircase form. We'll turn on some music, we'll watch that, and then when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about where we're going with all this. So now here we are. We're about to expose the great lava pool. Actually, this is the pool that we were working under. Came back down with enough tools to kind of expose the area around it, see how big it is, see how far it stretches. And the whole idea is that this is going to be our fuel source for the foreseeable future. I don't really necessarily want to be relying on trips to the nether for gathering lava. I don't want to be setting up a pump in the nether necessarily. Not to say I won't, it's just these aren't decisions that I've made yet. So I want to go with what I've got, and then if it turns out something is different later on, then so be it. But in this case, by exposing the top of the lava and clearing a walkway around it, it means I'll have access to all the lava that this pool has to offer just by bringing down 3 or 4 buckets at a time, grabbing what I need, and then carrying on. So what this means is I can get started with thermal expansion machines running with lava as opposed to coal, and then I can use coal as part of the process of smelting the vast amounts of smooth stone that will be going into the construction of the central tower that I already mentioned, and also we're going to have 2 smaller adjacent towers that will be used for storing like the really ugly bits of the machine sections, so that if it's really ugly and gnarly and cumbersome, we can put it in the little towers, and then just having the user bit sticking out into the tower so it looks all clean and polished and nice. So that's going to take a very large amount of cobblestone, and if I can use my coal for that instead of powering my machines, so much the better. So that's what we're going to do. I don't think I want to be doing too much stone smelting in a powered furnace, but something tells me that's what I'll be doing for a little while anyways. Once we're set up with machines, basic machines, then for me it's about gathering and putting together the tools. Now some people look at that as sort of like jumping into creative mode right away. I don't see it that way. The way I see it is this whole nonsense of having to carry around materials to make tools. It gets kind of tedious. Having to worry about tool durability gets kind of tedious. The building that I'm doing is already starting to show signs of lethal consequences if you fall off. That gets kind of tedious. So I'm used to being able to do things like fly and beat up swarms of monsters if they decide that they want to pick a fight with me in the middle of the night, and do all these other things. I'm not looking to Minecraft to provide a challenging combat simulation. I'm looking to build things and to be creative and to express that creativity through the things that I build. So that's my thing, which is, I guess, creative mode. Sure, if someone wants to call it that. In the meantime, it's resource gathering mode. We're almost done. Main thing now is diamonds. Diamonds, but we're in striking distance. We know somewhere within the bounds of the area that we've excavated there will be diamonds. And now it's just a matter of digging around and finding them, which shouldn't take too long given how much we've cleared out around this lava pool. We're in pretty good shape. So the next episode, we're going to have some machines in place. We're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing in the short term, and then hopefully we'll have some build stuff that I can show you, give you an idea of where we're going in the long term. Should be fun, so stick around. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel and you want to be notified when the next video goes up, you can subscribe to my channel, or you can follow me on the Twitters at Enigmius1. Either way, you'll get some sort of notification when I add the next video. Please, by all means, leave your comments and feedback in the spot below. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.